So I've already been practicing my dance moves, how I'm gonna walk out to that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because I seen you with the Birkin and how you was moving. I was like, I ain't got a Birkin yet, but I'm gonna get some of them dance moves, girl.
Yes, period.
I say, I'm gonna be representing.
I see a lot of women obsessed with these Birkin bags now. Today's video comes from Poor Minds. This episode features LightSkin Keisha, also known as Big Bank Bisha. She's a rapper from Georgia, and it sounds like she had to keep it real with these ladies. Take a second to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click the notification bell. If you're new to the channel, include new subscriber below, and I'm gonna try my best to welcome you to the channel. Not gonna waste any time here. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Right. So, yeah, I feel like I'm about to go see Mr. Cabo next week, so it's gonna be turned up.
You are?
You know I love me some Mr. Cabo.
Are y'all going somewhere, or are you just going to visit him?
I don't know. I just gotta see. We gotta figure out what type of time he on. You know, when the BDB jumps, you say how hard.
Right.
You know?
That's what you gotta do.
You know? So we have a term called a BDB, a big baller. We gonna get into that later because you low-key got you one, girl. She got her man. She out the game, y'all. I'm ready to take notes.
Right.
Every day she posting some new shoes, some new jewelry, everything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into these topics. Okay. So you are a relationship. We are very much not. Right. So the first topic we wanted to talk about today is holding somebody down and fighting for your relationship versus leaving. Because I'm going to leave. I can't. As soon as a nigga, like, I text a nigga, he don't text me back in 3 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I'm posting Instagram posts. You know what? I'm a real bitch.
I'm texting another nigga already.
Yeah.
She just said that if the man did not reply to her in a certain amount of time, she is done with him. And then the other one said, hey, I'm already going to be texting someone else anyway. They have men flooding their DMs. So at any given time, she's rotating these men. That's why if you're going to be serious with a woman, she shouldn't even be on social media.
Yes.
I know. That's the problem.
The attention. See, that's why we need you.
That's why we talking to you, sis.
Okay, so what y'all want to know?
So are you a hold him down? I'm not leaving. We gonna work things out.
Well, when you say hold him down, like, what do you mean? Because what? Like hold down what?
Like hold down the relationship.
You mean
like
it's depending on what happened?
Yeah, like sometimes men mess up.
Yeah.
Sometimes, men aren't perfect. They might slide in somebody's DMs, or they might be out, get drunk, passed out, not answer your phone call.
Here's the thing, why would you be talking to someone who's behaving this way? Who's going out and getting drunk and not picking up the phone? That's low vibrational. That's a man that doesn't have self-discipline. Or it could be a man that's just not that interested in you. That's a sign that he's not taking you seriously.
Like stuff like that, it'll make me put my guard back up. I won't necessarily stop talking to you, but I always just feel like it's so many bitches, especially in Atlanta. We live in Atlanta. We know how it is out here. So I just feel like if a nigga's not doing, paying attention to me, giving me the time, it's like, okay, you giving your time to somebody else.
Especially in the dating stage.
Right.
I think it's easy to be not interested anymore.
But I feel also it just depends on what type of man you're going for too. So therefore you have to hold yourself accountable for what type of guys you're going for. Because if you thinking already like that, like you going into a situation where you feel like, oh, he finna be cheating or he finna be with somebody else, then that's not the one for you.
Right.
Exactly, Keisha. At the end of the day, you have way too many women complaining about how horrible a man was, but they never want to take accountability. Just like the man has to vet the women, you have to vet these men.
But what's your end goals? Like, what do y'all want to be? Do you guys want to be somebody's wife? What do you want to be?
Yeah, see, we talk about that all the time on the show. Sometimes I don't really know if I necessarily want to get married.
Do you want to have kids?
I do want to have kids, but I'm not sure if I want to get married.
So why do you, this is my question.
Okay.
Why, do you want to have kids?
No! She always want to have kids.
Nigga, drink. I got too much shit to do.
But why? Okay, so you don't want to have kids. So okay, you a different story. But you,
okay,
you want to have kids, but you don't know if you want to get married. So that means that you already gonna be. You're planning to already bring this child into and have a deficit in their life, right?
I mean, I feel like if I find the right person, we could get married. Sometimes I don't really have a lot of faith.
But do you have to find
niggas.
the right person to have the baby?
I do think I have to find the right person to have a kid, but I also feel like I'm in a position where I'm doing things for my own, so I would completely be okay with having to take on that responsibility by myself as far as financial shit go, if I have to.
I don't think that's okay.
I don't think it's okay neither, but I feel like it's the reality of like the generation that we live in, because I just feel like that's how most of these are. I do.
No, those are the niggas that you going after. You got to find somebody that's going to.
But I don't really be going after nobody. It be the people that be coming after me. I don't go. If we being honest, like I don't go chase these niggas. Even the niggas that be trying to talk to me.
Yes, I agree with Keisha on that one. You're having those problems because of the men that you're dealing with. And here's another thing they don't want to admit. They go for the man that's not about anything because they don't want to do the work to get better. This wonderful man that they want, they know that in order to get him, they're going to have to be a wonderful woman. And a lot of them don't want to do the work required to be that woman. Modern women are lazy anyway, so they like to pick what's easy. They will have a baby these days in a heartbeat, but they don't want to get married. That's because, like she said, they don't have faith that they can get and keep a man that's worth anything. A man that will stay there with them. And even a man that will be a good father. And it's all a reflection on them. And when she says she doesn't have faith, she's really saying that she knows what she has to do as a woman to be able to have that lifestyle. And she knows that she's not about to do it. I say it all the time because you have these modern women always calling around asking, what do I need to do to get a man? They know exactly what to do. They are simply rebels who just don't want to do it. And they'll fight you all day to make you drop your requirements. The other one said, I don't want to have any babies. I have too much stuff to do, like drinking and smoking hookah. This mindset is typical these days.
Necessarily go after, but I'm saying like, these obviously, if you're giving your attention to these people, then you know what I'm saying, that's what's going, but I just feel like women, we have to take accountability as far as like where we're giving our attention to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The type of man that we're giving our attention to.
I agree.
I want, me personally, I want marriage to be a thing again. I want women to feel like they should be able to get married because y'all deserve that. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
Small correction, these women here, they deserve what they're getting.
Want it to be a thing again too. I talk about it all the time on the show, how I grew up in a 2-parent household. My parents were married my whole life, but I just feel like niggas don't be built like how my daddy was no more. They really don't.
I feel you, but there are some dudes out there that's built like that, and it's gonna take time, but
you can find one.
But time is kind of ticking.
Keisha was right once again. There are a lot of good guys out there, but that will require them to be good women. Because I'm telling you, any man that's about something, he is not tolerating the BS. And that's why they're going to stay on the streets looking for a simp.
I guess I just feel like it just be crazy because me being a single woman, literally, honestly, I'm not going to lie, like half the men that are in my DMs be married. Yeah. So I'll be like, is this what I have to look forward to? Like,
so let me ask you something. Do you think that all men cheat?
I do.
We both do.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We're tainted. We are. This is a counseling session.
It is.
We are tainted.
All men don't cheat.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that.
You want a shot here? Pop down.
All men don't cheat.
Okay, I will say this. I have been in situations.
But do you feel like all men have cheated? Because that's what I mean.
Okay,
when I
so
say
this is what I'm gonna say.
cheaters.
Like, this is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
When you find like, okay, so do I feel like all men have cheated probably prior into like in their early relationships?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't speak for all men in all relationships.
Right.
I can only speak on the experiences that I've been through. But I will say this: like the relationship that I'm in now, our problems are not infidelity. Our problems are not who you are not. It's not about who DMs you in and who's in your DMs and da 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 da. We don't have those problems. Our problems is you were supposed to upload that content or we were supposed to get work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's our problems. But that's because we understand each other, and I feel like, but the problem is nowadays though, a lot of girls don't even get to know these guys that they're trying to pursue either. So it's both on both ends. Like nobody's trying to really get to know each other. Everybody just kind of dating people for what they see and what they got.
Right.
So true. They're more concerned with finding a high value man than actually being a good woman and being a good wife to a man. Every day they're trying to hustle men, trying to figure out how they can get the most without doing anything. Got a lot of videos on here about that. You know, one of the women, she said earlier that if a man didn't pick up the phone quick enough, she'll already be on the phone texting somebody else. And the other one said that she'll go ahead and dump him. These are the ones who believe that all men cheat. The ones being pursued by other women's husbands. And by the way, for the women that always find themselves in those situations, you too must look at yourself. Why are you attracting guys who only see you as being qualified to be a side chick? Why is that? Look at how you carry yourself. Look at what you bring to the table. Do you bring attitude? Do you bring a mouth? Basically, men can't get along with you outside of the bedroom? Is that all that you're showing that you're worthy of? All men don't cheat.
gotta get to know these people.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that a lot of women or men be getting to really know, like, okay, well, what's your flaws, or what are you damaged by? You know, like, why you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Why do you think that all men cheat?
Well, we do say, like, the type of men that you're supposed to date, like, you supposed to date somebody that has ambition, that can do stuff for you, but a lot of things get misconstrued on this podcast, because a lot of times people think we're saying, like, you're supposed to have, everything needs to be transactional, and we do not condone that.
We don't subscribe
like,
to that.
Because a lot of women nowadays want, like, transactional things, like, you have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and it's like,
with me, and if you're not doing it, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
So I feel like a lot of times, you know, women go into relationships and they need somebody to, like, take care of them. They're looking for somebody to save them.
Yeah, and then what are you doing in return?
See,
I say that all the time.
What type of woman are you? I want to know. Like, what you would do if you're in a relationship. Like, what you do?
What you mean?
Like, what can you bring to the table?
I feel like I make my own money. I'm bossing up. Like, I got my own shit going on. That's what I can bring to the table. Plus, I'm a loving person. I'm gonna take care of the household. I'm gonna make sure shit's straight in the house. Absolutely.
Do you suck? Do you suck good?
I do. You have good. I won a sucking contest a few years ago.
#1 doctor.
Not a sucking.
We got video footage.
She got proof.
It was a though. It wasn't a real.
Okay.
It was
now me on the other hand, I'm gonna order your hookah. How you want your steak cooked? You want me to make dinner? I'm gonna make a reservation. Okay, no, wait now. Calm down. Because I feel like a lot of times in relationships, you know what? You want somebody to clean, I'm gonna call the maid. You want somebody to cook, I'm gonna call the chef. But you need somebody to talk to, I'm that girl.
So you a listening ear.
I'm a listening ear, but I am a good friend. Like, honestly, because you know how I am.
So you feel like that's what you...
This is so sad. Just like you can call the maid and the chef in the restaurant, you can call somebody else to talk to. It's like they do not want to do anything for a man. If you're too busy to be with the man, then just stay alone forever with your hookah and your dinners and your homegirls. And then nowadays, when you get the modern women together, they talk about relations casually, as if they're having a conversation about the Macy's sale. But hey, that's just my opinion.
Bring to the relationship, you a good friend to your...
Money, who cares about money? Like, whatever, the money coming in, like, all that stuff is superficial.
Right.
Like, okay, yeah, you can make some pasta, bitch. Like, it's a lot of bitches out here cooking, but they don't make good partners. And a lot of men, that's what they do. They want to be like, oh, can you cook? Can you clean? Okay, but what else?
Right.
There's more to being a woman than that. And I feel like that's what people have watered being a good woman down to, is cooking and cleaning. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like this. No, I definitely agree. But I also feel like this, when women are constantly like, oh, you got to give me something, you got to give those type of women. It's also like, okay, well, what can you bring to the table? Because if you not, like, a lot of women, like, say for instance, we can get to the whole bills thing. Do you think that a man should pay all your bills?
Not if you... Are we living together or are we not together?
If y'all living together, you think you should pay your bills?
I think that he should be taking care of, like, the rent, mortgage, and I'll take care of the small That's what I think is fair. That's how I've done in my past for situations. Because I've lived with a man before. So he was taking care of the things and I was doing the small.
I feel that way. I'm not gonna lie.
What? You feel like he should take all our bills?
Yeah, because if not, then I could just live by myself like I'm already doing.
Yeah, but you gonna set yourself up to get kicked out too.
Oh, what you mean? How?
Because I feel like this. I don't believe that.
Okay, what do you think? So you think
I think that I feel like whatever works for your. First of all, let me say this because I know that they might get this misconstrued. Whatever works for you works for you. But there's a lot of women that are missing the point stuff here. At the end of the day, if you live with a man, that's okay, right? But if you're putting all this responsibility, it's so many women that's like, oh yeah, he should pay all the bills. Okay, so what are you doing? So that's when it comes into, okay, well, what are you doing for him? Oh, I can. Even the basic factors are cooking, cleaning, taking care of the household, right? Or taking care of the kids or whatever the case may be. But then you have all these women talking about they got their hand out, but baby, you don't even know how to cook. And even if you do know how to cook, your food is nasty. That's why he going to his side.
I'm not gonna lie. His ankles be swollen a little bit after I finish cooking.
But I'm saying, no, I'm not saying. But if you're willing to learn how to cook, then okay. But I'm saying, but you don't think that all men should pay all the bills.
But I will say, because the responsibility of running a household, especially when you're dealing with a BDB, that's a lot. So you gotta run the household.
She lying. She do feel like supposed to pay all the bills.
No, I said he's supposed to.
Sis on the right was like, you lying. You know you want him to pay all the bills. But yeah, you have all these women out here today. They just have their hands out. They want men to pay. $1,000 steak dinners. They're supposed to get Birkins and G-Wagons. but they really feel deep down inside that they don't owe a man anything. And they're saying it. They bring nothing to the table. They're trying to avoid duty by swapping it out with degrees and jobs. And the funny part is they'll get a job and a degree and they say they're bringing that to the table. But when they get in a relationship with a man, they still want him to pay for everything. And then you realize that job really didn't matter. It's just giving her an opportunity to have FU money. So whenever the man is not simping and not allowing her to run over him, she can leave. And then some of the qualities that she mentioned that made a woman a good woman, that's really only making you useful to yourself and other women. Because a man, he's looking for some different traits. You know, for all you boss chicks out there, do whatever you want. Knock yourself out, keep drinking the Kool-Aid. But stop trying to get the younger women to do it. Younger ladies, you don't want to end up like this. They might be cool with being alone, but most women don't want to be alone. And if you want different results, you can't surround yourself with people who want to be alone. You will only end up just like them. I'm gonna leave it right here. If you want to watch the rest of their episode, the link will be below in the description. I want to send a special shout out to Shannon. Thank you so much for your generous contribution, as well as Andre Hatchett, our brother Keith, Dark Power, Miss Margaret, I appreciate your support too, as well as Blind Guy and his wife. Such a great couple. Thank you for the men and the women. I appreciate all of your support. Want to see more content like this? You can support the channel as well. You can find the Cash App and PayPal links below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.